Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is a message for the next 24 hours where I'm posting this in time for August 30th. But depending on where you are, maybe the 30th is come and gone, or you may see this video in a few weeks, a few months, whatever. We're setting the intention that this be a message for you for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to find it. Keep in mind, I'll be on doing live readings Tuesday, August 30th, same day that this reading is being labeled as. I'll be on here doing one card pulls. I'll talk about that afterwards. Five of Wands. Not surprising. We've had some pretty intense cards coming up for the daily forecasts, okay? And so, the card of the day. There's a lot happening energetically. We're gonna have some fun in Mercury retrograde territory here for a little bit. But we had really positive cards coming up, major arcana cards. Yesterday was Eight of Wands, delays being over, things moving forward. Now, Five of Wands, in light of yesterday's card being Eight of Wands, I'm reading it a little differently than I normally would, because I remember yesterday was Eight of Wands. Five of Wands is coming up in an interesting little way here. This is going to come up in one of two ways for the majority of you. Either the delays are over, the door is open, your opportunity is here, but you're kind of wrestling with yourself. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And so you might be kind of conflicted here internally about allowing yourself to go into the next phase or the next stage of your life. You might be conflicted about it. I feel some of you are conflicted because of matters having to do with loyalty. You're worried that people are gonna think you sold out, or that you're just thinking about yourself, or you're being selfish. But look, if you've been on this stagnant, sinking ship, is it worth going down with the ship in this instance? If you let this opportunity go past, are you going to spend the rest of your life wondering woulda, shoulda, coulda? Is it something that one day you would be on your deathbed and you might be thinking, what could my life have been if I had had the courage to accept this change? If I had the courage to accept this opportunity? Because I feel here that some of you are allowing that negative ego to kind of try to talk you out of all this beautiful energy that's coming in. For other ones of you, okay, delays are over, things are moving forward, and what happens? What happens? What happens? You start winning, then all of a sudden, people have to come in and they want to compete, right? We find out who the frenemies are. We find out who the haters are. Now, the competition, I'm getting a really interesting vibe here. The way I feel the competition is coming in, it's like these good things are happening for you, things are moving forward, and you have people that are minimizing this accomplishment, or they're minimizing this phase in your life. Like, what they did is so much better, or what they did was way harder, or what they're doing is way more impressive. Or, oh, well, that's cute for you, I guess, right? Like, they might be making it seem like what you're doing is not that big of a deal. Keep in mind, this is their own insecurity. This is not something for you to internalize. This is not something for you to, look at seriously. But I feel some of you people are being competitive by putting you down or minimizing your accomplishments. Now, the third way this card is coming in, for those of you who are really focused on career or self-employment, well, my dears, you're going to have people seeing that you're advancing. You're going to have people seeing that you're standing out. Or you may be getting some kind of big offer, or a promotion, or if you have a business, or if you're self-employed, people may be starting to speak very positively of you, and other businesses are like, whoa, who's this person, came out of nowhere, right? And so now all of a sudden your competitors, whether you're in a 9 to 5 or self-employed, your competitors are starting to notice you, right? You're like the dark horse that came out of nowhere in their mind, but really you've been here all along. It just, your hard work is paid off, and you're now in the light, and you're being seen. So you're going to have people competing with you in this way, right? There might be coworkers who are competing with you, or trying to make it sound like you don't know what you're doing, or, like they're more qualified to do what you're doing than you are. You have to take this as a compliment, that this is coming from their own insecurities. If you're self-employed, you may notice that other businesses are trying to copy you or be like you, or you may run a promotion. Now all of a sudden they're doing a similar promotion, or they're trying to be like you in some kind of way. I guess imitation is the best form of flattery. So some of you will be feeling competition coming up in this way. Some of you may be conflicted spiritually on your path. I got an email from someone, and I'm meaning to respond to this person. I haven't yet. You guys know I get really caught up, and I get terrible about like writing back, and I'm working on that. I really, really am. Especially lately with everything going on. But I am working on that. And if you're watching, the person who emailed me this, I will be writing you back. And I'll probably be doing videos on the topic in the future. But some of you may be in this point in your spiritual journey where you're really struggling, even like watching this video, because you feel like it's some kind of a sin. You feel like what you're doing is wrong, or what you're doing is bad. Many of you probably were raised like me to be of the, understanding that all of this stuff is occult, all of this stuff is demonic, it's satanic. And so it's something that you kind of maybe struggle with, because like me, you may feel very called to it, or it may come very naturally to you. And so you might be having difficulty reconciling this with your faith, right? A lot of you have heard me say I'm a preacher's daughter. I learned to read from a children's Bible. We went to church 3 times a week. And on top of that, 1 hour once a week after school, one-on-one Bible study with a teacher that came to my house and studied with me. So it was just constant growing up, religion, just Christianity and Jesus, like just constantly drilled in me from the time I was a kid. And so it might seem weird that I would be doing this, and that I haven't turned away from my Christian roots. All I can tell you is this, and I will do a video on it in the future, but all I can tell you is this: the more you allow yourself to be in prayer and to be in meditation, take your concerns, take your fears to God, and pray about it, and be in your meditation, and keep yourself busy with positive things and acts of love, the more and more it will make sense to you. The more it will make sense to you how you can have such a deep rooted religious connection and still be drawn to this stuff, because at the end of the day, it's all the same. Maybe you don't see it, but sooner or later you're gonna start making the connections. Jesus was an energy healer. many of the prophets performed miracles. They prophesied. They were intuitive. It's in our nature. It's the part of us that's connected to God. And so some of you maybe are struggling with reconciling the fact that you're drawn to all of this metaphysical stuff, but you still have this deep connection to whatever the teachings were of your childhood or to traditional religion. And so, as I said, if you're feeling conflicted in this way, the best advice that I can give to you is just pray, to just be in prayer. And meditate, and over time it'll start making sense to you. I'll go deeper into that subject in the future, but some of you may be conflicted in this way, and you don't have to feel like you can't be connected to the teachings of your youth. I went earlier today up to the monastery, and I was able to pray. I had the best conversation with one of the monks there. I stocked up on some holy water. I'm going to take a nice little spiritual bath before I do the live readings. I'm going to have my little holy water in there. You can still be connected in this way and embrace the metaphysical. And some of you are struggling with, like, am I this or am I that? Maybe it doesn't make sense to you for me to tell you right now it's all the same. But if you pray, you meditate, you give it some time, and I feel like you'll connect the dots for yourself. And I'm all about that. Like, some of you come to me and say, Amethyst, what's my life purpose? And I've told you, be wary of any reader who tells you they're going to tell you what your life purpose is, because it's a big part of our journey. It's a big part of how we connect to God and to universe and to have the epiphany. Even Jesus himself, he loved God, but he didn't have any memory that he had a life in heaven before coming to earth, or that he was the Son of God, or if you believe that he was God. He didn't know that until he got baptized, and he came up out of the water after John the Baptist, his cousin, baptized him. He came up out of the water, and he remembered all of a sudden. It's like the Holy Spirit came over him like fire, and he remembered, oh my goodness, like, this is who I am. This is what I came here to do. And he set out and he did his preaching work. And he made the sacrifice that he made. A big part of the human journey is remembering who we are. So for me to come and tell you, well, listen, Susie, listen, Sam, you're supposed to be an energy healer. Oh, you know what, Sam? You're supposed to, go and do Habitat for Humanity and build homes for the poor, and that's your life purpose. I've completely assigned your identity to you. I've taken your power away, and I'm telling you who you are. When so much of our journey is remembering who we are, connecting to God, connecting to higher self, and that switch goes off and we remember. So don't feel frustrated if you don't know what that is right now. It will come to you. And again, these are things, I know I've said this in the past. It's taken me a long time. Guys, I've been having my trials by fire. But I will go into these topics. I'll start doing videos in this stuff. I didn't feel ready, but I'm starting to feel ready. And I'll talk about these things. But if you're feeling conflicted, have patience. Take it in prayer. Take it in meditation. And it'll start making sense. I can guarantee you that. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Guys, you are amazing. I noticed yesterday's card of the day had 1,400 views and over 300 likes. That's like over 20% engagement, which is awesome, considering that good engagement is 1 to 5%. You guys are blowing it out of the water. I thank you for that so much. I appreciate you letting me know that it's helpful, because even though I'm not getting a ton of views, and even though YouTube is burying me in the algorithm, it's very encouraging for me to see that 300 people and 19 people that commented were like, this helped me today. Like, that motivates me, right? Maybe I'm not like, Ruby Plaque YouTuber here. Maybe I'm not getting hundreds of thousands of views, but to know that 1,400 people saw that, to know that 311 plus 19 people were moved enough to say, hey, this was good, this helped me, that motivates me, that keeps me going. Knowing that I'm helping people keeps me going. So thank you guys. I really appreciate your continued love and support. Check out the weekly forecasts if you haven't already. They're linked in the description. Love readings for August and September are linked in the description. And if you're gonna want to join the live readings, some people were asking me. I don't know how to do it. It's really easy. I'm gonna be on August 30th, Tuesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. All you have to do to join is come to my YouTube channel and click on the live video. You'll see like live video. If like, well, I don't know how to do that. I just see the announcement and I click on your video when you post a video. There should be an announcement telling you that I'm going live, but if you don't see it, if you don't get it, just type in Amethyst Angelite and maybe one of my videos will pop up. Click on that video. Go to where it says channel or videos up top, the bar up top, and click on videos, and then you should see the live video there if you're there at 6:30 p.m. or at 6:45 p.m. whenever. You should see it Pacific time. And all you do is click on the live video and you type your question into the comments. Now, I said this last time, please only type your question one time. It helps me to see the questions. Otherwise, it gets really overwhelming and really confusing. And if people type their question only one time, then I'm gonna see more questions. You have more of a chance being seen if each person only types one time. Because of the feedback, some of the super chat people got mad at me. You don't have to super chat me for me to pull a card for you. You don't have to donate. These are free readings. But the super chat people got really upset with me. So I'm going to do the super chat ones first. Or I'll do the super chats and then I'll go and I'll do a couple of, non-super chats. But I'm going to have to give the super chats first priority and then go through the non-super chats. If you super chat me, please don't super chat me and then type your question like 10 minutes later. Don't do that. If you're gonna super chat me, put your question in the super chat. But I really want to emphasize, you do not have to donate or pay me money for me to read a card. But the super chat people got really upset, so I'm gonna do them first, and then I'll pepper and sprinkle in the non-super chats also, because I know not everybody can afford to do that, and my intention in doing the live free readings is to pull messages for as many people as possible, especially since I know a lot of people can't afford to get a reading right now. I know times are hard, and this is just my way of trying to connect with you guys. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for your continued love and support. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead, and I'll see you in the live card pulls later or in tomorrow's card of the day. Thanks so much, guys. I love you guys. Take care and be well.